Hey guys, what's up? It's Jessie Hilgenberg, and we're here today at American Iron in Reno, Nevada, and I'm going to take you through another workout, so I hope you're ready. This workout that I picked today is from the Jessie's Girls Training Program, JG40. What I love about that program is it's perfect, for one, if you love full body training, two, if you are busy like I am, and you only have 3 days tops per week to work out, to strength train, and if those workouts have to be 40 minutes or less. That is what JG40 is all about. It also comes with optional ab days, optional cardio days, optional HIIT days, shows you how to add those things in if you want to, but you don't have to. What I'm gonna do different about today is I'm not just gonna grab one of the full body workouts from JG40 and just have you follow me through a workout. I feel like training glutes today, so I picked some of my favorite glute exercises from the full body workouts inside JG40, and I'm gonna take you through those. So if you like training lower body, you like training glutes, that's what you're gonna wanna do is JG40 with me today. Let's go. Okay, the first exercise today in all of these awesome lower body exercises that I'm gonna show you is a staggered stance hip thrust. I'm gonna show it to you with or without weight, so if you have dumbbells, awesome. If you don't, this is still a rad exercise. All you need is a bench and a dumbbell if you're using one. So you wanna get your shoulder blades right on the bench, okay, the bottom of your shoulder blades, that's the best place to be. Okay, and then lots of support from your elbows on the bench or the couch or the dining room bench or whatever you're using. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna work just one leg. So I'm gonna just work my left leg, which means I'm gonna take my right leg, and instead of this being a full single leg exercise where you're floating this leg, we're just gonna use it like a kickstand, okay? So there's barely any weight in it. I wanna say 10% here, 90% here, okay? And when you dip your hips down, I want 90% of the weight all in this foot. I want you to drive your heel into the ground as you bring your glutes up to the air. So, okay, so don't, because we're on one leg, it's gonna be really easy for you to tip this way or that way. So the goal for you is to keep both hips pointing straight up, okay? This is an amazing single leg exercise. Okay, so you're gonna have that posterior tilt at the top. Don't just thrust up. Make sure you get that magical part at the end where you do the posterior tilt and get the full extension of the hips there. Okay, so this is a staggered stance hip thrust. You might also hear it as a B stance, okay? Now if you wanna add weight, you're just gonna rest it on the working leg, okay? Right in the hip bend, and you just keep doing the same thing. Now once you add weight, it's gonna be really easy to get uneven there. So just make sure you're really focusing on squeezing the glute and keeping your hips aligned. Make sure your chin is tucked, and you do that posterior tilt at the top. Get after it. Okay, second leg exercise that I'm gonna show you is a heels elevated dumbbell squat. So you wanna find anything. I'm using DC blocks here, but you can use weight plates, you can use a sturdy book, you can use a curb, whatever you've got lying around. You want it to be like 1.5 to 2 inches. You don't wanna be way up on your tippy toes, but you do want a good solid elevation. Your feet are going to be about shoulder width and your toes are pointed out just a little tiny bit. What I love about having your heels elevated is it allows you to get a deeper squat than you normally would. So if your feet were just flat on the ground, most people, they go into a squat and they're gonna fall apart right about here, okay? They're gonna start butt winking, their knees are gonna cave in, they're gonna lose their core, they're gonna lose their form. When your heels are elevated like this, okay, you go down, and it allows you to get deeper, pushing your knees out without butt winking, and it just gives you a better form. So that's why I love incorporating these into it. And when your heels are elevated, it takes it out of the glutes and the hamstrings a little bit and gives us more of a quad workout. So a proper leg, full workout, full body workout doesn't just include hamstrings and just include glutes. You want the whole leg. I don't know about you guys, but Jessie's girls have amazing quad sweeps, glutes, hams, backs, shoulders, everything. So you wanna make sure you do enough for your quads as well. To add the dumbbells, obviously you can do these without any weight at all, but if you're using dumbbells, you can use a kettlebell, a barbell, you can hold onto a sandbag, anything works here. I like to hold the dumbbells right here. Again, your heels are about shoulder width apart. Make sure you engage your lats, squeeze your glutes, and you go down, okay? Make sure you're pushing your knees out at the bottom and driving up with your heels. All right, next exercise is the bent knee reverse hyper. All you need for this is a chair, again, a dining room table bench, a couch, the edge of your bed, anything like that. If you're in the gym, grab a weight bench. If you have a weight bench in your garage, grab that. I'm gonna show it to you banded and without a band, because you can do it either way. Adding the band just kicks it up a notch, engages your glutes a little bit more, and makes the exercise a little bit tougher. So how you get set up for this exercise is you're gonna be lying down on a bench. You want the edge of the bench to be right in your crease right here. And you wanna be able to hold on to something, okay? So you wanna be able to hold on to the legs of a chair or just hold on under the bench. And what this exercise looks like is you flexing your feet and use your glutes to just kick your heels back. So imagine your heels just like kicking through tar or kicking through concrete. Okay, that's what I want you to feel like what's happening here. I don't want you to think you need to kick up. You want to protect your lower back here. So I really want you to go just out, like you're just digging your heels through something, squeezing the glutes at the very top. Now, if you want to add a band, let's do it. Okay, you're gonna want the band low. The lower the band, the harder in this exercise, because you wanna make sure you keep your ankles resisting against the band. So everything is exactly the same. Just push your heels out, squeeze the glutes, and make sure you're resisting, pushing against that band. Don't let it cave your legs in. Okay, so it looks just like this. All right, what I love about this is it's a hip extension movement, and hip extension is the primary movement of the glutes. So this is an amazing exercise to build your glutes, to build your hamstrings, and to protect your lower back. Let's go. Okay, next exercise is the Bulgarian split squat. This is a very challenging exercise, but in the best way possible. It's a single leg exercise, which I love. There's a lot of that in JG40 because JG40 is all about correcting movement patterns and learning how to do them correctly so that you are squatting better, you're deadlifting better, your pull-ups are better, those big compound exercises are better. Helps you in life too, carrying kids, carrying luggage, rearranging your furniture, just overall core and single leg stability is so important to work on. Okay, so it's about 2.5 of your own feet to 3 walking out. So I'm about 2.5 to 3 of my own feet length, away from the bench. Once you're there, look back, make sure you've got your balance. And I like to put the top of my foot on the bench behind me. If this is more comfortable for you, then do it. For me, I like the top of my foot. Okay, you wanna make sure you don't start off with your hips open. Always make sure your hips are nice and square, your toes are pointed straight ahead, and you can have weight or not. I'll have weight when I actually do the workout, but for now, just to show you how to do this, all you're gonna do is just dip down, okay? Don't let your knee cave in and dig into the ground with your working heel, your standing leg, and drive up. And you're gonna work the glutes on your right leg, on your standing leg, okay? And you just go up and down. You can have a kettlebell or you can have dumbbells at your sides. And you do all reps on one leg and then switch, okay? Let's do it. All right, next up is a staggered stance Romanian deadlift. So a staggered stance RDL. Very similar to earlier in this video when we did the staggered stance hip thrust, okay? Your non-working foot is just gonna act like a kickstand, okay? You're gonna have about 10 to 20% of the weight in the kickstand leg and the rest of the weight in that working leg. If you're using weight, you wanna hold the dumbbell in one hand on the same side as your body as the working leg, okay? And all you're gonna do is a regular Romanian deadlift from here, but we're gonna work one leg primarily over the other. Okay, so you're gonna go down, keep the dumbbell nice and close to you. When your hamstrings are completely stretched to their max, that's when you squeeze your working glute. For me right now, that's my right glute. Squeeze it and bring the dumbbell up the same exact way that you came up. Make sure your hips aren't opening. Make sure they stay nice and square, okay? Now watch my shin stay vertical and my knee stay in one spot. So you're not bending here, okay? You're not locked going down like this. You've got a tiny little micro bend in the knee. My foot is pointed straight ahead. I keep my hips and my shoulders square. Keep the dumbbell very close to your leg while your shin stays perpendicular to the floor or vertical and your knee stays put. Squeeze the glute and come right back up the same way you came. So you wanna really work on that hip slide. All that's happening here is your hips go back like they're sliding, okay? And then you bring the hips forward to stand up. And you're gonna do all reps on one leg and then switch legs for one set. All right, guys, I hope you loved this video and learned from it. If you like what you saw, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Once you're subscribed, make sure you guys hit that notification bell because you'll always get notified as soon as I post a video if you have that turned on. If you loved this workout and the exercises that we did, make sure you guys check out jessiefitness.com and check out that JG40 program. See you next time.